Today I'm here in a cold and wintry Llandudno in North Wales to give a bit of an insight of what you can expect on this YouTube channel. I'm a relatively new cruising sailor. I sailed dinghies on and off for years, mainly at our local sailing club at Ogston. But a few years ago we decided to learn new skills and buy a 30-foot sailboat that we could use for family holidays. Since then we've worked hard to build the skills, experience and confidence to be able to sail further and for longer. Also, as a father, there's an extra responsibility of making sure my sailing is safe and enjoyable for the whole family. If you're looking for a channel where a young couple in their 20s sell everything, buy a boat and sail off to where the weather's warmer, then this isn't the channel for you. We work full time, grabbing weekends and holidays where we can, with a few trips with friends thrown in as well. But if you have a genuine love of sailing, a sense of adventure, or are just starting out and looking for a little bit of motivation to start sailing as a family, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. This channel is to document my adventures and progress. Am I a savvy sailor? I don't think so, not yet. But with practice and some help along the way, I'm sure I'll be safe and have fun on the water. So what can we look forward to on this channel? Well, our boat currently is moored in Conway, and Conway's a beautiful place to sail. There are mountains, there are islands, lots of things to do, and we're planning to do trips to extend our sailing, trips over to Ireland, over to the Isle of Man, Scottish coast. There's also things that require a little bit more planning, a little more challenging, things like travelling through the Swellies in the Menai Strait. Now, with a growing family, we've also decided to purchase a larger boat, one with a little bit more room on board and separate cabins as well to give the children a bit more privacy. And this is moored in Haslar Marina in Portsmouth. We found sailing in the Solent is very different. It's very busy. There are lots of ferries and high-speed boats and hovercrafts as well. But we're looking forward to exploring some of the bays and the rivers. I'm going to be making good use of Cunliffe's Channel Pilot Guide for this as well. We plan to make at least one trip over to France before we return our boat back up to Conway. So on to our first adventure, and this is a simple trip. We want a nice and easy sail to get used to our new boat. We also want something exciting and fun for our two teenage children. Asking around, it seems that the trip from Portsmouth to Cowes on the Isle of Wight is really popular. We're going to be travelling 12 to 15 nautical miles and hope to be averaging a steady 5 knots an hour. It's not a long journey. The plan is to have a 2-day trip. We'd like to leave on the Saturday, have the afternoon in Cowes and return the following day. We've not been to East Cowes Marina before, so we checked on the website to see what to expect. It says there, please keep an eye out for tidal current through the marina. We have a 2 to 3 hour stand and then the whole of the ebb occurs in the last 3 hours before low water. The best time to arrive with us, and to leave for that matter, is between half an hour before high water and 2.5 hours after high water. This is obviously more critical during spring tides. Unlike Conway, Haslar Marina isn't restricted by tide, but looking at the time that we can set off, it seems like we're going to be arriving a little bit outside that window. So we gave the marina a call to ask them what the situation would be like. The marina are incredibly helpful. They let us know that it's possible to come into the marina when the tide is in flow, and we should give them a call just before we arrive so that they can assign us a berth. They said if possible this would be into the stream, which means it's going to be easier for us to get into that berth. They've even offered to come down and lend a hand. There's an excellent video by Cunliffe on how to come into a berth into the stream, which was recorded nearby on the River Hamble. I'll include the link in the comments. So back to the plan. We'd like to stop in Osborne Bay for lunch, so we can build a buffer time in there. All in all, we're expecting this to take about 3 hours. As we said before, Haslar Marina isn't restricted by tide, but we have found on a previous sail that it's a little bit more difficult to get into Portsmouth Harbour through the Fort Blockhouse Channel when the tide is flowing out, as there's quite a fast current through this inlet. I think one of the best places to find out about your local area is by getting some local knowledge. And speaking to our boat neighbour at the marina, he's told us that you can make use of eddies by travelling a little bit closer to the west side of the entrance, but minding the depth as you go. He says that using those eddies to either give us some slower running water, or it might even give us a little bit of a shove back into Portsmouth. And we're off. I have less video footage of this journey because I was unsure of what to record. I'm still getting used to our new boat at Haslar. It's a bit larger and I'm less familiar with the area. It's also a lot busier here than Conway. It's easy to get out of Haslar Marina. We found the marina staff to be really helpful and they're genuinely enthusiastic about the members' enjoyment of the water. We plan to move our boat up to Conway in April, but we'll be sad to leave this marina. We paused at Osborne Bay to have a look at Osborne House from the water. From here we could also see the racing outside Cowes. There wasn't a lot of wind, but they were making the most of it. Tom Cunliffe's Channel Pilot says this about Osborne Bay. Osborne Bay, immediately east of Cowes, is a better anchorage than it appears on the chart. Very popular with locals at summer lunchtimes, it affords respectable shelter in westerly, southwesterly and moderate southerly weather. I don't have a lot of video footage for this trip, but we did enjoy it. We arrived, we walked to Osborne House, we took the bus to the chain ferry, and then in the evening we ate in Cowes. We stayed in East Cowes Marina overnight and we returned the next day. So what have we learned from this journey? Well, we've learned that Cowes is a great day trip from Haslar Marina in Gosport. I've learned that it's easily done by motor or by sail. East Cowes Marina isn't near the centre of Cowes, but it's really friendly and it's a short walk to the chain ferry and into the shops. I've enjoyed this trip and the family enjoyed it too. It was a good balance of sailing and having a short break. It's a good one to get the children involved. Both ours had a go at the helm and both helped with the sails. We're definitely going to try this again before we return to Conway. I'm hoping to post videos of what we're doing and what we're learning fairly regularly, so please like and subscribe. I'll also be sharing some drone footage on YouTube separately. For our next video we may be in Cowes or we may be trying something new to us on the Solent. Either way, see you next time.